if you have 78% of your students graduating in 4 years, that's not great. That's not worth a raise. But then you say, oh, no, that's in 5 years. Oh, really? So 3/4 of your students graduate in 25% more time than it takes everybody else. And you want a fucking raise. Are you out of your minds? I don't know why I read Yahoo News. Yahoo News always just makes me so angry. It is like, I hate using the term fake news, but it's the conglomeration of all the fake news outlets like the Huffington Post, New York Times. They just put the most garbage stories on there. So they put this garbage story about how the teachers in Chicago are doing such a wonderful job, but they're on strike. And if the economy is going so good, then why are all these workers on strike? Why is the United Auto Workers? Why are they? The GM folks. Why are they on strike? Why are the teachers going on strike? If this is such a wonderful economy, and it's like, well, you answer your own question. When the economy is going wonderfully, you can afford to strike, but you need to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. The United Auto Workers have a legitimate reason, I think, to strike, even though I think they're all way, way overpaid. They're living in Detroit. They're all making an average of $64 an hour after all of their benefits and everything is included, and they're striking. That's kind of crappy. I mean, that's $128,000 a year if you don't include the 2 weeks of vacation. If you include that, it's $130. $130,000 a year on the average for building a car in Detroit, where you can buy this house for $1,500. So I don't understand what they're bitching about. But the teachers in Chicago is what pissed me off, because teachers in Chicago are like, well, we need a raise, we need a raise, we need a raise. Last year in 2018, 78% of the students graduated high school. That means if you went into high school at 9th grade, there's a 78% chance that you would graduate 12th grade, right? You're thinking, well, that's not that bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. But there's like, oh, that's after 5 years. Maybe the Chicago teachers need to take basic math, because 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade is 4 years. Now, if you had 78%, honestly, in my opinion, if you have 78% of your students graduating in 4 years, that's not great. That's not worth a raise. But then you say, oh, no, that's in 5 years. Oh, really? So 3/4 of your students graduate in 25% more time than it takes everybody else. And you want a fucking raise. Are you out of your minds? This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
CTU has been bargaining with CPS for over 10 months now. And we've got more accomplished in the last 2 days than we were able to get accomplished over the last 10 months. So listen, we're still fighting. It's not over yet. It's still going strong. But thank you for doing what you're doing, because what you're doing in the street is helping what we're doing in the room.
Where do these people get the balls? Oh, I guess because so far this year alone, 434 people have been murdered in Chicago. So they're like, look, only 10% of our kids get murdered. Maybe that's why they're not at 88% graduation rate. It's probably because 10% of their kids get murdered in the streets. Maybe if y'all could clean up the town, keep those kids off of drugs and keep them out of gangs, instead of a 78% chance over 5 years, you know, maybe you can get an 80% chance in 4 years and be like the rest of America that you want to raise. Get the fuck out of here. That makes me angry.